Hello, my gorgeous Leo. My name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Leone, and it's for September 2022. Do you know that this is going to be quite unusual month that you are going to have? But the reason why this month is going to be so unusual, it's purely because of the situation which is going to take place in between the 13th and the 15th of September. You are in for a huge surprise. This surprise is just going to be everything, my God, that you have been waiting for to come into your life for such a long time. It's a lot to do with a certain plans that you simply had to put on a side. You know, you had to put them aside purely because you have found yourself in a situation where so many other things were going on in your life and so many other things were going on around you, so you had to kind of stop with a certain projects, you know. So this in itself, what is going to take place within these 2 days, it's really going to surprise you, and because it's going to happen at a time when you really didn't expect this, and almost as if you are going to be reaching the point and the moment in your life when you're just kind of you're going to be realizing, oh no, this is not going to happen, oh no, it's like you're going to be worrying that you're kind of losing the certain dream. You know, this is a lot to do with how you want your life to be big time, in a big way, and it's a lot to do with your immediate environment, with things around you, and doing a huge change. So this plan is absolutely enormous, really, but for some reason, because so many things were happening, almost like you lost faith, you know, when it comes to it. So this is why this is going to be such a nice surprise that you're going to have, what you're going to become aware of, you know, what you will know. It's going to open your eyes, but it's going to make you feel so happy indeed, because finally this is going to be the moment, this is going to be the time where you are going to really start making sense of things that didn't make sense in your life over the last 2 or 3 years, the way things develop and the way you kind of reacted in a specific situations at a specific time of your life. At the same time, you know, you were a kind of prepared for this particular moment in time. What you're going to become aware of then is that, you know, so it's all about your own kind of continuation. And you are going to need to kind of really make a decision when exactly you're going to start doing something. So it's to do with the date that you're going to become aware of. You know, before the end of September, there is an important date that is going to be connected to indeed. But especially when it comes to the 22nd of September, this is the knowledge that you are going to gain. The knowledge that you are going to gain, it's also going to be primarily responsible for the vision that you're going to be able to come across. You're going to have this vision as well that is going to come through your own knowledge, and this is brilliant because it's a lot about you recognizing important skills within yourself, something that you should be taking on the next level when it comes to your life, but also laying a very solid foundation for the future. When it comes to the actual numerology, my gorgeous Leone, your number is number 34. So that in itself also means that there is going to be the certain part of your life that it's actually going to be delayed. What is going to be delayed is basically going to be actually quite good, and especially when it comes to the first 7 days. The first 7 days, you see, this is also to do with a certain cancellation of certain plans. These are not the plans that I was talking about. This is to do with the part and the stage of your life that slowly kind of came to an end. So it's to do more with this continuance of effort, because you will know that something much better is coming into your life. So the first 7 days of September, it's going to show you what do you need to cancel, what do you need to stop, what it came to an end. But it's also to do with the part of your life that you were hoping that it's going to get to the certain level, and you were really passionate about it before, but now things change. So this is always a good sign, you know, things change, and you're going to feel very strongly within. You will know already within the first 7 days, you're going to feel something so intuitively, you're going to feel something so strongly that something is coming up, and this is all going to be so beneficial towards you finally understanding that certain part of your life came to an end, and these type of plans you need to cancel. Okay, and the sooner you do this, the sooner you're going to get this absolutely wonderful harmony into your life in terms of peace, tranquility, and healing. It's almost immediately going to take over. Really powerful vibration, and let alone until later on you hear this important news, which which is going to blow you away, but it's all going to make sense. Why did you feel already so strongly about canceling these plans within the first 7 days? I hope this is not too confusing. I'm really sorry, but it's to do with within the first 7 days, the plans that you're going to become aware of, that you will want to cancel so passionately now. But if that happened like about a few weeks ago, you would be like, no baby, no. But now at this moment in time, you are going to feel some kind of guidance. You're almost going to feel someone around you, someone with you, someone who meant to you something a lot, someone who meant to you a lot, like the certain spirit, someone who meant to you a lot when they were alive. For some reason, you're going to feel that particular spirit around you quite a lot. And this is also going to be a guiding light at the same time. And also it's going to be a sign at the same time. So this is all going to be contributing towards you feeling brave enough and strong enough to cancel these plans. And then when those 2 days comes up that I mentioned at the beginning of this reading, at the same time, you will understand when you have this surprising situation, you will feel it you will understand, oh my God, it's like kind of, I knew that this is going to happen. I knew that I felt really strongly that something is not right. I knew that something was coming up. So you see, it's all about your own internal guidance and paying attention to it. And what I also like my gorgeous Leone, that someone who's dominating your life quite a lot, somebody's going to show their face, like someone's mask is going to fall, and you're going to feel this domination. And when their mask fall, it's not something that you're going to be surprised completely, because you were aware of this vibration of this particular person, and you were aware of the fact that this particular person or a group of people are starting to dominate your life, and you don't want this. Okay, and this is actually going to play a really good role, when it comes to you realizing who. It could be one person or a group of people who are dominating your life, and that is going to be so beneficial for you, because it is going to really nicely redirect you towards the specific part of your life that you should feel devoted to. It's your own path, something that you feel very strongly to do, something that you should be loyal to, and even more so, something is going to happen in that moment in time. So when it comes to your own devotion, you will know exactly, because of that person or this group of people who started to dominate your life. It's almost as if like you're going to feel like you can't do this, you can't do that, almost as if you're going to feel like you can't move in every single direction. So it means that it's affecting your personal freedom. It means that it's affecting your free spirit and things like that. So that is all going to be contributing towards you knowing exactly what do you need to do, what do you need to offer towards the specific, very specific goal. But this is to do with you, it's to do with your path, it's to do with your passion, but it's also to do with things that you love doing, because it's like at the end of the day, it's all about, our own passion, and it's all about, finding things in life that makes us feel really, really good about ourselves. Not only when it comes to work, not only when it comes to career, not only when it comes to things that we'll do on a daily basis, but also when it comes to people. It's important for you to understand this, but at the same time, you see, it's just going to help you out so much, because you're going to realize that, for a while, not that your thoughts were directed through somebody else, but it was affecting you in such a way where you're kind of limiting yourself when you shouldn't be limiting yourself. It was affecting you from being yourself completely. So you need to understand and realize what this unhealthy attachment is and was in your life. The sooner you cut out it, it's going to be better, my gorgeous Leone. So this is why this is so important, because at the same time, you will not want to kind of you will not want this vibration and energy around you, because when we find ourselves tangled within this energy and vibration, it takes a while, for us to kind of like come out of it, let alone to kind of realize what exactly is happening. So this is why this is so important, because it's going to help you so much to live this life and be so much happier, to be yourself. If you want to do something, if you want to take a risk, if this is how you feel like, just go for it. If you don't want to do something, you don't want to have a risk, and you feel like it, just go for it. But the bottom line is that you have to do those things that make you feel happy. Don't ever, ever, ever give your power away. Okay, I'm not saying that you're giving taking your power away, but sometimes, through our subconscious mind, we can be kind of manipulated in a certain way without even realizing, in a negative way, which only slows us down. So it's only a matter of time when we actually give ourselves chance, do you know what I mean, to come out of it. And you can only come out of it with the power of your own thoughts. With the power of your own thoughts, your own thinking, you're also creating your own freedom. You're creating an invisible door that are opening, and otherwise they will be shut right in front of you. So this is why this is so important. On another hand, my gorgeous Leonie, listen, at around the mid-September, you are going to have a bit of a misunderstanding with someone. Listen, and this is important because this misunderstanding that you're going to have with someone, it's to do with the actual oh Lord, it's to do with someone who is in your life. It's to do with someone who is so important to you, connected to you, like a family member, but someone who is going through something very, very difficult. And that person is having a very heavy energy around them in terms of maybe some kind of addiction or something like kind of took off. And that is not kind of like extremely like, it's not like in the final stages or anything like that. I don't want to be like a dark lala, but it's just someone has been affected with some kind of addiction here, and that particular person is very close to you. That person is in your life, and if you don't know this, you are going to be aware of it. But that person is going through something very difficult, and they're going to wind you up, and there is going to be like kind of, they are going to find you at around the mid-September, at the time when you're going to feel quite sensitive, because you are going to be thinking about something so important, and that is going to kind of be draining your energy in a specific way, where this person is going to be quite demanding around you with something, and then there is going to be a bit of like, oh no, a bit of a misunderstanding in between you two. You need to understand that this person loves you. This person is someone in your life, and you love this person as well, and you need to understand to take this like to not to take this personally, but try to, for the love of God, try to work out how you can explain to this person, how you can find out what kind of unhealthy addiction I'm talking about, because that person has got a 1,000,000% chance to absolutely cut this out of their life completely. But the reason why they found themselves in this like kind of unhealthy attachment when it comes to addiction is because they are blaming themselves so badly for something that happened to them like a long time ago, and it wasn't even their fault, but they're blaming themselves for something. And this is what created this wall of like a coldness. Not coldness, but it's just like a kind of like a basically, people sometimes put certain blockages in order to suppress certain things that happened to them in the past. So if they don't deal with it at the time when we are meant to deal with it, it's going to keep on coming out in all sorts of like kind of different reactions, in a rebellion way and things like that. So this is just something that this person needs to kind of deal with. You need to kind of like try to work out how you can really help them out, how to understand that, to kind of forget about the past and to try to open their eyes a little bit. I know this is really, really complex, but as I said, this person is like a really somebody really important to you and somebody really significant to you, my gorgeous Leonie, at the same time. So you are gonna do so much for that person in terms of the actual healing, because sometimes certain people need a little bit of help, to kind of with the guidance, especially when it comes to like accessing like a dark parts of ourselves that we must not like kind of live alone. We have to like keep going down and just to kind of reflect as much as we can with those things that are very dark within ourselves. But sometimes we just need like a little bit of help, and certain people can need a little bit of help, need a little bit of guidance in order to get to the specific parts of their past. So, it's somebody who's like I'm talking about a person who is really strong, but I'm also at the same time talking about a person who is extremely sensitive as well. So, and also on another hand, my gorgeous Leonie, I want to say to you that there is on another hand going to be an extremely important family matter that you are going to need to deal with, especially at around the 10th of September and the 20th of September. You're going to become aware of the family matter where you're going to be thinking about a few different people in your life. But at the same time, you're also going to be thinking, oh, I'm going to be able to deal with this later. I'm going to be able to deal with this in 1 month. I'm going to be able to deal with this in 2 months. No, baby, no. When this problem comes up, you must at all costs deal with it with almost immediately. You need to take this of an utter importance. That just needs to take off. You need to take this on immediately. But for some reason, because a lot is going to be around you, I think that you're going to be juggling quite a lot of things at the same time, and it's all about the power of our own understanding, to our own reflection when it comes to specific aspects of our life, like which one is more important, because very often we are just like kind of like maybe we pay attention to the wrong thing at that time. So this is something, when it comes to family, when it comes to people in your life, when it comes to people that you love, you are going to become aware of this, and this in itself is going to bring such a great safety to your family. But it's also going to bring you such an amazing reward as well. And the reward that you are going to have, it's really going to come in a form of, on one hand, you will be able to prepare when you become aware of like an imposter, which is going to be revealed at the same time. And this imposter, you will understand what this is when it comes to your family, when it comes to your family members. And by that moment in time, because, you're going to deal with this immediately, but because of that, you are going to be prepared when you kind of become aware of this imposter that is going to be revealed indeed. And how you're going to become prepared when you become aware of this imposter, my gorgeous Leone, you see this? How you're going to be prepared. Like, for example, what else is going to come out of it when you become aware of this imposter? You see, it's going to show you exactly, it's going to show you, first of all, like something very specific about yourself. You're going to realize some kind of skill, okay, something very interesting, but it's more in terms of like a talking, communicating. You're going to surprise yourself in the best possible way. But most importantly, this, you knowing who this imposter is, it's actually going to help you so much with your concentration levels, and it's also going to help you so much when it comes to like a plan for the future. Very, very, very important plan for the future. This is going to affect you in the best possible way, because not only you're going to be prepared, in order to kind of deal with this imposter, but this is more like in such a way, like where you are really, it's going to give you more chance and more to think about and more to pay attention to and more to focus on after that moment in time. Almost as if you're cutting out something really bad and negative, and at the same time your vibration goes up, and now suddenly this is going to be connected to an important plan which is going to be revealed when it comes to your future. This is brilliant. Something that was missing, it's going to kind of become obvious here, and even more so at around the end of the month, my gorgeous Leone, and especially when it comes to the last 7 days, you're going to become aware of a very, very interesting opportunity. And I like this so much, because that opportunity you're going to find quite challenging, but you must not think about it too much, because if you're thinking about it too much, something is going to put you off, and it's not going to be good. Not because you're going to realize something what you didn't know, but you're going to go into that state of overanalyzation, and you don't want to get into the state of overanalyzation, because then we lose our balance, and then we lose our feelings of what's like kind of weighing the most at this moment in time for us. So when you become aware of this opportunity, you also need to become aware of the fact that you must be as spontaneous as possible. And by you being spontaneous when it comes to that opportunity, absolutely no preparation, nothing. Don't bother yourself with any preparation or anything like that. This is required from you 1,000,000% to be as spontaneous as possible. By being as spontaneous as possible, you are going to do something pure, but at the same time you are going to understand something so sacred, something so like, oh my god, like a big mama moment when it comes to like you understanding and realizing like a boundless potential. And that boundless potential is going to be so like something superb, something so good that you're going to become aware of, that it's going to become like a knowledge that you should most certainly, most likely share towards those people in your life that means you the most. house, like, oh my god. And also, my gorgeous Leonie, when it comes to the actual nutrition and things like that, of course, that I highly recommend you to take a natural vitamin D3 for your sensitive bones, because you're going to feel like your bones are a little bit sensitive, but at the same time it's going to be brilliant for your immune system. So I would highly suggest you to get something like a natural vitamin D3. Like, it's absolutely a must. And these are, of course, my own supplements that are without any horrible ingredients, suitable for vegetarians and vegans, and of course that they are an exceptional quality. And the second thing I would highly recommend you would be zinc picolinate, which is the highly absorbable form of zinc, which is absolutely superb in combination with vitamin D3 when it comes to boosting immune system. But at the same time, it's fantastic when it comes to your skin, hair and nails, because your skin is going to feel quite sensitive. And the third thing that I highly recommend you would be a big mama, organic chlorella. It's something that we should be all taking. Like, of course, I'm taking all the supplements, of course. Organic chlorella is so necessary for all of us to take because of the metals. Metals are highly poisonous, and they're absolutely everywhere. They're in the air, they're in the soil, they're in the ground, and they're affecting us. Like, oh my god, they're affecting our body from absorbing nutrition. They're affecting so much in our lives, in our mind, and things like that. So this is going to help you to distort the organic chlorella. Is going to help you to detoxify yourself from all these metals, but also omega-3 essential fatty acids are remarkable when it comes to our brain, our memory, our mind, but also it's rich in protein. So organic chlorella, this is also often an exceptional quality because it took me a while to create these vitamins. But at the same time, you know, I need you to check with your doctor or GP if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, because only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. And the link to buy these vitamins you can find at the bottom of this description. But if you don't find them that way, then you just go on Google and type in Sasha Bonasin vitamins, and my page is going to come up that way. So the very first important date, my gorgeous Leonie, it's going to be on the 2nd of September. Now, the 2nd of September, you're going to feel like, oh my god, do you know what? Already on the 1st of September, you're going to feel something different. You're going to feel different energy, different vibration. Something that was bothering you, it's already is not going to bother you anymore, you know, on the 1st of September. And by the time you get to the 2nd of September, it's all about this, like a great determination that you are going to have here. It's all about this initiative that is going to be giving you so much strength, so much confidence, so much power. And it's also to do with the deep emotional feeling that you're going to have. You need to follow your determination here. That same thing that makes you determined, it's also going to create a way out of you feeling lonely and unhappy. Okay, so you need to follow this determination. And also, after that moment in time, you're going to get a very interesting message. And the interesting message that you're going to have, it's going to show you two things. On one hand, it's going to show you bad investment. On another hand, it's going to like kind of make you indecisive. And when you kind of like are feeling indecisive, just remember that you don't want prosperity without happiness. Okay, so just remember this. The second important date, my gorgeous Leonie, it's going to be on the 17th of December. My goodness, December. I wonder what is going to happen to you on the 17th of December. Let's just see, because, you know, it's going to be the strong connection with the 17th of December. So now, this is September, but I have to do this. I have to see what is going to happen on the 17th of December. Like, oh my God. Hallelujah. This is when your luck is going to start changing. For all those of you who think that you didn't have enough good luck, and for all those of you that are waiting for your moment, the 17th of December, yes, I'm saying December, the 17th of December, it's going to be absolutely the turning point, not of your life, but the turning point, sorry, not the turning point of this year, but it's going to be the actual turning point of your life. And it's going to have a very strong connection with the 17th of September. Okay? So I'm going back to on the 17th of September. So on the 17th of September, you know, you are, this is how this is going to start. So you are having a bit of a spiritual awakening here. And it's going to start with you understanding that you're going to feel very angry about someone just out of the blue. And someone is going to be keeping popping back into your mind that you're going to feel so angry about. But at the same time, you have to forgive this to them, please. I know it's easy for me to say, but you're cutting the cord with this and you're releasing yourself from the energy that no longer serves you but is holding you down. So this is what you need to do. And at the same time, you need to understand that you are healing and you're ascending on the next level. So what does that mean again? Well, it means that you're gonna feel like suddenly you're gonna feel like you want to like analyze yourself a lot. You're gonna feel like you're gonna be thinking a lot about things that are getting on your nerves that you're doing, but and you are repeating doing them. And you've been keep on repeating doing them, but then again you're not doing nothing about it. So this is going to bother you, this like why you're not doing nothing about those things that are really getting on your nerves in your life. You see what I mean? So that in itself, it's going to really kind of start this process of a self-assessment, especially when it comes to things that you are kind of repeating but you're unhappy about. At the same time, this is a kind of like a really going to suddenly connect you and reconnect you with the certain memories. And once you become aware of the certain memories in a long time in the past, then you're going to become aware of the fact, you know what, some kind of experience that you had a long time in your past, you will be able to connect. And that experience is also going to open your eyes and it's going to make you aware that you are reaching the destination. You are reaching a very important destination, and that is going to make you aware that the new the next phase is about to begin, my gorgeous Leone. The next phase is about to begin, you know, and you will indeed here, you will become aware of an important journey that you're going to need to make, and it's to do with the traveling, you know. You will need to visit a certain location. This is important, and you will know this. And even if you can't travel, maybe it's like a 10 minutes away from where you are, maybe it's an hour sorry, maybe it's an hour away from where you are, maybe it's 3 hours away from where you are, you know, maybe it's a plane journey away from where you are, you know, it really depends. But you will know that, you know, this traveling to this specific location is indeed going to be a part of this, okay? Because that just by you making that journey, it's also going to make a really big wish to actually come true, my gorgeous Leone. It's like something that you were dreaming about for so long. It's slowly but surely is about to become a reality. So you are going to find this like a really magical time of life. You know why? Because you just didn't expect it, but you just need to have faith that everything is going to be okay. And most importantly, most certainly, it will. And when we are dealing with so many aspects of our lives, and when things are finally happening and unfolding that we waited for them for such a long time, something starts changing in us, within us. We start to realize things from a completely different angle. That helps us out so much. It does help us, you know, to understand where we are. But at the same time, you know, there is a lot going to be on your mind in terms of your own passion. So you need something to like kind of help to ground yourself throughout September and October and November. But at the same time, you need something to protect you from the negative energy, negativity, and negative vibration from other people. But at the same time, something that is really going to help you to reconnect yourself with yourself in terms of following the right things in your life. Because sometimes, you know, this gorgeous bracelet of red jasper, you know, this really play a really big role in order to kind of ignite our passion. Not only ignite our passion, but we kind of helps us to kind of, we get that little push, you know, even when we are uncertain, you know, even when we are kind of don't know the actual outcome, you just, you know, the bracelet, the red jasper is brilliant because it pushes you like a gently towards the direction that you should be following, so you don't mess things up. This gorgeous bracelet, the red jasper, comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. by buying things from my channel. You're also supporting my channel as well, so thank you very much for that. The third important date, my gorgeous Leon, it's going to be on the 24th of September. Now the 24th of September is just like, my goodness, you know, it's like really kind of, you are going to become aware of that you are going to need to have a really important conversation. This is going to be a big mama of a conversation, because that conversation is going to turn into something different, into a huge fight. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. That conversation is going to be so important, because it's going to turn into something else. It's going to become something so significant in terms of your understanding. What do you need to do? But at the same time, why is it going to be so important? Because it is to do with negotiation. It's going to turn into negotiation, okay? Negotiation will be here, but you need to use your practical knowledge, and nothing else is basically going to be the answer to that negotiation. So when it comes to the negotiation, the answer to that negotiation is in your practical knowledge, within your practical knowledge. So just think about that. There is something very unique that you can respond to this through your own experience that nobody else, Jenny, Mark, John, Philip, Lily, you know, nobody will be able to say this to you, like through some kind of advice or whatever. You know, you are the only one who has got some kind of unique experience when it comes to responding to this negotiation. This is exactly what you need to do. And you know what, that negotiation, you know, it even if it doesn't happen on the 24th of September, you know, it's a very strong period from the 24th of September until the end. So you've got a bit of extra days to play with when it comes to that negotiation. So on the 24th and from the 24th of September onwards, you know, you got these extra days to play with this negotiation. If it doesn't happen on the 24th, trust me, it will happen, because it's to do with an important part of your life which is going to make an impact. It's going to bring you such an important, it's going to help you to recognize exactly like your own power and what you need to do, but it's going to make you feel so honorable. It's going to make you feel like so good. It's also going to make you aware of like, oh my God, this is going to bring like a huge change into my life. So it's to do with your fulfillment, a capability, but at the same time it's to do with like a very huge, massive reward coming out of it, like after hard work. You know, it's to do with the success that this is going to bring, and admiration from others, and you know, it's to do with a part of your life that you've been waiting this for a while. So it's all going to turn into the actual from the 24th of September until the end of that month. So it's about a new plan that you are going to have. This new plan that you are going to have, it's going to be the direct result from this negotiation, from everything that happen in September. This new plan is going to be the direct result of this, and I like it so much because it's not a brand new plan, but it's more like to do with like a brand new endeavor, which is going to really start this plan off, you know, which is going to start off this plan. This is going to give you so much hope and confidence like there is no tomorrow. Of course that you are going to become aware of like some uncertain efforts, but you should not really let that put you off whatsoever. And even more so, time spent in a peaceful meditation and meaningful solitude, you know, it's going to be so important for you to kind of calm yourself down a little bit, but at the same time, you know, it's to do with you understanding that you should really reconnect with the nature as much as you possibly can. I know I always on about it, but it's important because a lot is going to be going on, a lot is going to be happening, and you spending some time in the nature, this is going to bring you the world of good. It's going to help you to cut yourself from the toxic energy on the outside, and also reconnecting with yourself on a very special and spiritual level, because you are changing throughout the months of September. So when you are changing, you always like kind of try to fill yourself with the actual spiritual energy as much as you can. And being within the forest, by the water, by the river, it's like absolutely outstanding when it comes to us getting the most of it. And at the same time, you know, you pay attention to things that are going to be happening within the last 7 days of September, because this is all leading towards such a great moment of your self-discovery. It's like, oh my God. And another thing I was going to recommend you very strongly is this gorgeous tiger dendritic agate. Absolutely beautiful. As soon as you wear this, it brings such a healing to you, a healing energy. It makes you feel very calm because it's all about that particular balance, but it really activates your third psychic eye. It makes you more psychic. It makes you more intuitive. Where at the time when you're relaxing and chilling out, at the time when you're like meditating, at the time when you're like maybe sitting, sunbathing or something, you know, relaxing, enjoying yourself, this is a very sacred state of mind that lots of people don't realize. You know, the little messages and signals that we actually get from all sorts of directions and dimension. So what this gorgeous tiger dendritic agate is actually going to do, it's going to help you so much to kind of like really hear these things like louder within your mind, like little signs, little directions, little guidance. It helps you to understand your dreams. It helps you to remember your dreams more. So it's wonderful at the time of like a relaxation, and at a time when we don't think about like things as much, and then everything is like so amplified when you wear this, because it becomes your secret gorgeous little guiding light. This gorgeous pendant is something that I would highly recommend you, my gorgeous Leonie, and this comes with sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below, of course. So now, my gorgeous Leonie, I'm just going to see briefly what is going to happen in the first part of September, mid part of September, and the last part of September. The first part of September, you know, is just all about like a really kind of understanding who you can trust and who you can't trust. Okay, so this is what you're going to understand completely, who you can trust and who you can't trust, and that is at this stage quite important. The mid part of September, you know, you are going to have such an amazing clarity on your life purpose, like oh my god, I can't even explain this. In your heart you will absolutely know what to do. Just remember that. The third part of September is like basically, you know, I like this, the things that you're going to feel so determined about are not only going to bring your willpower, but it's also going to bring an important public recognition. Make the most of it. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Leonie, I'm just going to see briefly what is going to happen to those of you who are in relationship. Now, I like this so much. I see things changing. I see things going on a completely next level, and especially 11th of September, it's going to be so important. The 1st of September, it's going to be so important for those in relationship. 11th of September, it's going to be important for those in relationship as well. These 2 days are going to be playing a key role together with the 21st of September. These 3 days, sorry, are going to play a key role. Sorry. The actual key role when it comes to you really understanding some kind of you know, enthusiasm, and through this initiative that you're going to become aware of. So it's to do with you becoming aware of unlimited possibilities, and being so, not just any unlimited possibilities, but unlimited possibilities with things that you were both working on for such a long time, but you had to really kind of step away from them and wait for the right moment in time to carry on. So it's carrying on with something that means to you so much. And it's not only that, I mean, this is literally going to change your life. It's going to make you feel so much happier. So this is something that you really need to get yourself in. This is something that you really need to plunge in as much as you can, as soon as you possibly can, because now, my gorgeous Leonie, it's time to carry on with these plans. Okay, anything that tries to slow you down or prevent you from doing this, just see it as a very delicious challenge, because you're going to be absolutely fine. And even more so, you are gonna gain some kind of experience, like a really wise experience out of it, just by doing what you want to do. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Leonie, for those of you who are single and ready to mingle, it's like, oh my goodness, you know, there are 2 stages here. The first part of September, you are going to become aware of someone like maybe who you had a bit of like a kissy, or maybe who you had a little bit of like stranger in the night, Leonie in the morning. Maybe you had this, my gorgeous Leonie, you know, but there is someone that, you know, you fancied briefly. So whether this was some kind of something between you two, or whether you just saw that person and then you felt, oh, I like them, you know, I like him, I like her, blah, blah. You know, whether you saw that person and then you fancied them, the bottom line is that the first 15 days of September, you're gonna realize that someone needs to go. you're not in a relationship with that person, so it doesn't really matter. So you're going to realize that you don't like this first person in between the 1st and the 15th. And even if you meet someone briefly in between the 1st and the 15th of September, it could happen like that, you're going to realize that this is not the person for you. But what I really like here, from the 15th of September onwards, like, oh my God, someone is about to walk into your life. And I'm not even joking here. This is important. And you know what? And even if it doesn't happen in between the 15th of September and the end of that month, it doesn't really matter. Even if it doesn't happen, because it will happen in October, it doesn't really matter. Please don't be like, oh my God, it didn't happen. I can see someone walking into your life very strongly, and I like this. Something very beautiful is going to happen. You're going to find the harmony in between you two, energy. You're going to instantly fancy this person, but in terms of trust, there is something that you're going to think like you can trust this person, and this is all indicating the beginning of romance, my gorgeous Leone, and at the same time it's indicating very, very deep feeling that you are going to have, in particular when it comes to you feeling very free around this person. So my goodness, my gorgeous Leone, like, try to like make yourself available like as much as you can. Go out, do things, you know, meet people as much as you can, like if you possibly can, if you want it, you know, because there is someone very special about to come, and I know that you're gonna like this person. I know that you're gonna like this person, and you will see exactly what I mean. Okay, my gorgeous Leone, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.